Hello my lovely Capricorn, thank you so much for joining me for your February reading. In 2018, it's a brilliant time of year, just still getting over the new year funk I suppose, but we're actually starting through now. So we're using the Enchanted Tarot deck, which is very much bigger than a normal deck. I got it for Christmas from my dear mum. So this is very much a really crisp deck. I think it's going to be interesting for a lot of people. And if you want a personal reading, the link is below to my website where all the readings I have are available there. Also, if you want to buy me a coffee or send me an email, the link's down there too. But my email address is lorientarot@gmail.com. So this is a general reading just for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. And I'm looking forward to seeing what else is coming through for you guys here this month. We should have a big change, I think, from the 31st of January, where we had the big eclipse and things are starting to move through a little bit more. I think we're going to be judging ourselves a little bit more, or maybe that's just a case of what the Capricorn seems to be coming through with. But I do also feel that there's a lot of challenges that we're going to face. There's a lot of potential that we're going to face too, and I just think that this is a very strong opportunity for us to tune into ourselves, get a grip on what we want, and then go for it basically. So without further ado, let me just double check and see what's coming up with regards to you guys. Whoa, hello. So you have the Four of Wands, which is really nice. So you got, I will hold everything up by the way, but you've got this which is literally just flew out. So this is to do with harmony, home, foundations, being equals basically, and helping maybe somebody else help themselves, but also it's a partnership. It's something that you're building on. For some of you it's marriage, for some of you it's regarding your stability of your relationships in general, like not just romantic relationships, but I'll take that as I need to do the rest of them here. Alright, so we've got the Two of Hearts, so yeah, it seems to be a bit of love related for you this month. So the Two of Hearts is to do with the Two of Cups, and I think this is a very strong thing for you guys here. So you have also the Ace of Hearts, okay, and then we have the King of Swords, which could be something to do with an air sign male. Oh, the cards are just all over the place right now. Okay, and then we have the Queen of Swords, interesting, and the Three of Pentacles. And at the excuse me, at the bottom we have the Star. Wow. So I love this interpretation of the star because, as you can see, she's got all the stars and she's feeding it down into the earth, and it's basically saying that as above so below. The more effort you put into your spiritual connections, the more insight you're going to get and the more help you're going to get basically. And I honestly feel that there's a lot of potential for you guys this month. There's something that seems to be coming through from maybe your dissatisfaction of 2017 and stuff like that, that you're really not happy with certain things. But here I do feel that this is all feeding into your experience and what you can do now. The universe has your back, my friends, and I think this is going to come through to really help you. Okay, so Four of Wands mixed in with the King of Swords. Now for some of you it could be that you are married to, hoping to get married to, hoping to get involved with, just got out of something with, or even just a family member who acts like but is not necessarily an air sign. So here he kind of comes through with a sense of, I'm in control, I'm an intellectual, I'm clear thinking. But if he's in work scenario, he could be very bossy and calculated and snipey. It could be very passive aggressive. Normally he is representing a lawman, but I just feel that you have got some foundations to make with this person. You have got some connections to make with a person who has the ability to see you right, but can sometimes come across as a little bit acerbic and may not understand each other because you're so opposite to each other. But I do think that this is something that you can really build on if it's something that you want to do in that regard. So it could be that you are trying your best to organise something for you, but somebody else, may not be a man, it could be a masculine female, just kind of being bossy and getting in the way. So that's kind of what it could be. On the other hand, you have the Two of Hearts, which is a sense of well-being and love and beauty, and you have it with the Queen of Swords. Now, this could be a Libra, it could be an Aquarius, or it could be a Gemini woman, and I feel that this is you just being a sense of twinship or kinship with them. And it could be that you feel very delicate, it could be that you also feel like you have an attraction or a partnership with this person, but ultimately, the Queen of Swords is all about having that very quick thinking and perceptive edge. So it could be that you're actually going to see holes in relationships, partnerships, and things like that before they actually happen. So you could be so perceptive this month that you go, they're not right together. Boom, they're not supposed to do this. So your eyes may be opened into relationship counselling. You know, you could be called upon to do all this kind of stuff. And I think this is actually happening maybe even at the end of January, but it seems to be maybe a theme that's coming through. I think you're going to do the same in March, to be honest. You're going to be very perceptive, you're going to be looking at things in a very particular way, and I also feel like there's a lot of things that are turning around for you in respect to this. And I also feel that there's something that kind of seems to be happening around mid-February within regards to this as well. Something coming into bloom. Now, as you may see, actually, half of the face seems to be melting sometimes. But I think this is kind of like the two halves of ourselves. So that's very interesting, the perspectives that we have of each other may be changing. And then you have the Ace of Hearts. This is new beginnings. And within Three of Pentacles, you are showing people how it's done. You may literally be teaching somebody and have a new beginning and teaching somebody the way that you are in a relationship or something like that. Or it could be that you have teamwork to come through. And within this Ace of Hearts, this is a very compassionate team that you're actually going into. But it's also a slight collaboration effect. So even though you will be in control and you want to, make sure that you get the best money possible or that you get the best outcome possible within this new beginning, because it's a lot of potential for you, you may just have to rely on some teamwork and some collaboration in that way. So I get the impression that there's a lot of potential coming through for you. There's a lot of instances that you may actually read into yourself. Well, let's have a look and see what's coming in for Capricorn. Ooh. Okay. They just stole the breath from me. This is now Thieves. This is endurance and determination. So this is a really, really, really good rune. I feel that this is to do with your feelings of patience. And also maybe you've survived something very tricky. So I'm going to put it here because you've actually put down your foundations here. You've put down a lot of work, and I think that's really good for you guys. I think that you've coming out on top, basically. And then we have, this came out, I think, for the last sign. This is the Saz, or I can never pronounce it. I do apologise if I'm bastardising the beautiful rune language. But this is self-discipline, this is meditation and study, and I would say this goes into collaboration, to be honest. There is something to do with this that I feel is kind of like a theme. There's connecting with other people, there's reaching out to other people, being able to read them, being able to see what's in their hearts very strongly, and understanding whether they are lone wolves or whether they're meant to be part of a team. So I think that you're really picking and choosing who your friends are, and maybe reaching out to those who need help. In some ways, I think that's it that's coming through anyway. And then we have the Gaz, but it's in reverse. So this is endings, basically. This is completion. And it could be that you feel like one phase of your life is over, you're leveling up, and you're able to now view things in a better way. So you're able to, pierce things, you're able to see things and go, I know exactly what that person's doing. So I would say that you're taking the care to produce things for your benefit. You're taking a lot of patience with it. You're taking a lot of insight with it, and that seems to be coming through a great deal for you guys. I think actually there's a lot of positives coming through for you in February, and again I think this is going to roll over into March. There's a lot of groundwork, there's a lot of collaboration, but people seems to be the theme of February for you guys, whether you like that or not. But what have you got planned for the month ahead? Let me know in the comments below. I always love hearing from you. Thank you so much again for subscribing and liking and sharing, your views on it. It really, really does help, and I always like to read them, so thank you for that. If you do want to email me, my email address is lorientarot@gmail.com. I do try and reply to everybody on the same day, but sometimes, busyness and the emails get away from me. But do know that I read all the emails, and yes, in general, I really do hope that you have a good month. Take care of yourselves, and I look forward to reading you all soon.